There's a dinner test that reveals whether she's the one, and most men completely miss it. I'm going to show you the exact 3 qualities that separate temporary attraction from lifelong partnership. This isn't about chemistry or compatibility tests. This is about finding someone who genuinely wants you to win. By the end, you'll have a clear framework you can use on your next date to evaluate long-term potential. And if you stay until the end, I'll reveal the one question that exposes everything you need to know. Welcome back to Deeper Dudes. But first, let's talk about why so many men end up in relationships that drain them instead of fuel them. You meet someone attractive. The chemistry is electric. 6 months later, you're exhausted, walking on eggshells and wondering why your wins feel like threats to her. Or maybe she's supportive, but you'd rather hang out with your friends than spend another evening together. Or worse, you've built a life with someone who checks all the boxes on paper, but something fundamental is missing. Research from the Gottman Institute, which has studied thousands of couples over decades, shows that how partners respond to each other's success is one of the strongest predictors of relationship longevity. Not how they handle conflict, not sexual compatibility, how they celebrate victories. And here's what nobody teaches us. We're told to look for someone we're attracted to. We're told to find someone we enjoy spending time with. But we're never taught to screen for someone who genuinely celebrates when we win. Someone who doesn't feel threatened by our success. Someone who doesn't compete with our growth. What a load of crap that we stumble into the most important decision of our lives without a clear framework. So when you're sitting across from someone at an $80 dinner, how do you know if she's actually the one? You need 3 things. Not 1, not 2, all 3. And here's the framework. Quality 1 is attraction. This seems obvious, but let me be specific. I'm not talking about thinking she's pretty. I'm talking about wanting to have sex with her consistently over time, not just in the honeymoon phase, not just when everything's perfect, but the kind of sustained, physical desire that doesn't fade after 6 months of seeing her in sweatpants. The Gottman research shows that couples who maintain physical intimacy report significantly higher relationship satisfaction across decades. Here's how to evaluate it honestly. Ask yourself, do I want to touch her when I see her? Am I excited about physical intimacy, or am I going through the motions? Can I imagine wanting this person physically in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? If the answer is no or maybe, you're building on a broken foundation. I know a guy who married someone because she was kind, stable, everything he thought he should want. But he wasn't really attracted to her. He convinced himself it didn't matter. That maturity meant prioritizing other qualities. 5 years in, they're roommates. He's miserable. She knows something's wrong but can't name it. And they're both trapped in a relationship that was doomed from the start because he ignored this fundamental requirement. Attraction isn't shallow, it's necessary. And once you have that, the second quality becomes crucial. But most men stop here, and that's where everything falls apart. Before we go any further, I want to pause for something important. None of what we've been talking about matters if we don't have the energy and clarity to actually implement it. We all know what it feels like to wake up exhausted. No energy, poor focus, and zero motivation. We also know what it feels like when we get good, restful sleep, targeted therapy, and the right supplements. I've personally tested more things than you can imagine. I'm like your personal guinea pig. Everything I have listed in the description below is science-backed and extensively tested. And if you grab anything through my links, you'll be supporting this channel at zero cost to you. Thanks for taking a look. Now let's get back to it. If this is helping, please hit that like button so more men can find this when they're evaluating their relationships. And drop a comment. Have you ever ignored red flags because the chemistry was strong? I want to hear your story. Quality 2 is genuine enjoyment of her company. This is different from attraction. This is about whether you actually like spending time with this person when sex isn't on the table. Here's the truth. You can be incredibly attracted to someone and still find them boring, annoying, or exhausting to be around. And that's a recipe for long-term misery. The test is simple. Imagine a weekend together with no physical intimacy, no date night excitement. Just 2 days of normal life. Errands, cooking, watching TV, talking about your week. Are you energized by that? Or are you counting the hours until you can have space? I remember dating someone who was stunning, successful, everything I thought I wanted. But every time we spent a full day together, I felt drained. Conversations felt like work. Silence felt awkward. I was performing the role of boyfriend instead of actually enjoying her presence. That's when I realized attraction without genuine compatibility is just extended physical chemistry, and it burns out fast. Here's how to evaluate this quality. Do you laugh together naturally? Or are you trying to make conversation happen? Do you look forward to telling her about your day? Or does it feel like an obligation? Can you be bored together and still feel content? If you're constantly seeking escape, distraction, or relief from her company, she's not the one. No matter how attracted you are, no matter how good she looks on paper, because decades of marriage aren't built on Saturday night chemistry. They're built on 10,000 Tuesday evenings. And this leads directly into the most important quality, the one most men never even think to look for. Here's where the Gottman research becomes critical. They found that couples fall into 4 categories when one partner shares good news. Active, constructive response, where the partner genuinely celebrates. Passive constructive, where they acknowledge it but don't engage. Active destructive, where they point out problems or compete. And passive destructive, where they ignore it entirely. Only the first category predicts long-term relationship success. And that brings us to quality 3. Someone who wants you to win, not someone who tolerates your success, not someone who supports you when it's convenient, someone who is genuinely energized by your victories, who celebrates your growth, who feels proud when you achieve something, not threatened. This is the quality most men completely overlook, and it destroys relationships from the inside. Here's what it looks like in practice. You get a promotion at work. Does she immediately celebrate with you, ask about the details, want to hear about your plans? Or does the conversation quickly turn to how this affects her, what you'll need to sacrifice, why it might be a problem? You start a new business, training program, or personal goal. Is she curious and encouraging? Or does she subtly undermine it, point out risks, make you feel guilty for the time investment? You have a major win. Do you immediately want to tell her because you know she'll be genuinely excited? Or do you hesitate because you're not sure how she'll react? The test is in the small moments. When you come home energized about something, does her face light up? Or does it tighten? The woman who's the one doesn't just tolerate your ambition, she's turned on by it. She's proud of it. She wants to see you grow, achieve, and become more of who you're meant to be. Because your success doesn't threaten her, it inspires her. I know because I lived both versions. I dated someone who, every time I had a win, would find a way to make it about what I wasn't doing for her. Got a new client? That's great, but when are you going to finally take me on that trip? Hit a personal record in the gym. Cool, but you've been spending a lot of time there lately. Launched a new project? Are you sure that's a good idea? You're already so busy. It was death by 1,000 cuts. And I started hiding my wins, downplaying my goals, shrinking myself to avoid the tension. Then I met someone different. Someone who, when I told her about a business breakthrough, grabbed my face and said, "I'm so proud of you." Someone who asked questions, wanted to understand, celebrated without needing to be the center of attention. Someone who wanted me to win as much as I wanted to win. And everything changed. Because great partnerships aren't about finding someone you have to drag along. They're about finding someone who's running beside you, cheering for you, pushing you to be better. So here's the $80 dinner test. Take her somewhere nice enough that you're both present and engaged, not distracted by noise or chaos. Just the two of you, talking. And during that dinner, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. Am I genuinely attracted to this person in a way that feels sustainable? 2. Do I actually enjoy being here, or am I performing? 3. When I talk about my goals, my wins, my future, does she lean in or pull back? All 3 have to be yes. Not 2 out of 3. Not we'll work on the 3rd one. All 3. Because if you're missing even one, you're building a life on a broken foundation. When you combine all 3 qualities, attraction gives you physical connection, genuine enjoyment gives you emotional compatibility, and someone who wants you to win gives you partnership. This is how you find the one. Not just someone you love, but someone who makes you better. Someone who celebrates your victories like they're her own. Someone you can't wait to come home to after both the best and worst days of your life. Drop a comment. Which of the 3 qualities do you think is hardest to find? Number 1, sustained attraction. Number 2, genuine enjoyment of her company. Or number 3, someone who truly wants you to win. And be honest, have you ever stayed in a relationship that was missing one of these? Well, that's it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it helpful, please be sure to give it a like and maybe even subscribe to Deeper Dudes. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. It all helps the channel more than you know, and it also tells us that we should make more content like this. We post videos every other day that tackle real challenges men face. Remember, struggling doesn't make you weak, it makes you human. The fact that you took time to watch this means you're ready for something better. Thanks again for watching and for checking out all the amazing products in the description below. They could jumpstart your healing journey. Catch you in the next one, Deeper Dudes. Until then, keep learning, keep growing, keep thriving.